Hey everyone, it has been so freaking long since I have done a video in this format. Thank you guys who were listening to the podcast, although in true Kayla fashion that, you know, it's been a hot minute since I've even done one of those. Anyway, here we are with what is coming to the shop. I thought I would share with you, I have some cute 3D printed fidgets that are coming to the shop and some new binders and also the off-campus mini collections. So I think I'll start here. So I have a new cutout off-campus jersey. This saves 60, so it's a little cutout die cut scratch off. We have a standard scratch off that saves 80, a like bingo board with the off-campus kind of icons, and then this savings tracker. Anybody else an off-campus fan? I loved this series, but I also read all of the books, so it's very, very cool. Anyway, that is that. And then these are two new like savings kind of binders. This is very new like format for my shop, but I'm thinking I'm going to do a few more. This one is kind of like Disney vibes / Pixar, and this one is Powerpuff. I'm going to start with Powerpuff because I actually designed this one first. So each of the binders come with 24 savings challenges, so they're back-to-back A5 size savings challenges. 3 of these bonus bookmarks that we'll get to, and then 3 placeholders. So there's 200, 500, and 1,000. Now, I don't know whether to do like an envelope that comes with them or not. For now, there is not an envelope. It's just the binder and like the bits and pieces. So this one is Powerpuff, very nostalgic. So it has a little kind of intro piece at the front. I've made these so that there are challenges that have a specific amount to save, but then a lot of it is very open-ended. So these bookmarks are for each of the Powerpuff Girls, and there's each letter, so you nominate how much and then you just color to save. And like, you don't have to use them, I just thought they were super cute. So we've got a lot of scratch offs. This one saves 40, so they're relatively low-ish amounts, and just like anything that any of us make, adapt it to fit whatever you're doing. So like if you want to save higher amounts, just like double the number or round it up, or you know, add 2 together or whatever, or multiply them. So this one is a save 40 scratch. Mojo Jojo, each flower, so you nominate the amount. The same with this one, with each beaker, and you nominate the amount and just color it in. This one you just cross off. Another scratch, this one has the little characters underneath, so you scratch off and you'll see a character and you save 1, 2, 5, or 10. I am an Aussie and I don't save like 1, 2s, 5s, 5 I do, 1s and 2s, so I'll just like scratch, say I got a blossom, I would scratch again and hope I got like one of these ones and then sort of round it up to a 5, if that makes sense. This one is a save 65, I'm pretty sure my hole punch has gone through that. This one is a color and save, so it's just each section. So if I had like $5, I might say color in her bow, like this side of the bow, and save $5. And again, you could make like each of these sections as small or as large, like it could be her whole bow for $5, it could be one section of the bow, whatever you want. This one is another tracker. This is the first kind of like game board. This one is one of our like classic bingo boards, so you nominate the amounts, roll 2d6 and see where you cross over, and then you save that amount. There's a couple of game boards in here which I really love. This one is another tracker, so each brain is however much, cross it off and save. Buttercup's bookmark, each letter is whatever, and it's Don't Call Me Princess, a famous line of Buttercups. I feel like I'm definitely more a Buttercup vibe. You know, I'm just a bit of a cranky panky. Anyway, then we have a word search. This is not tricky, you guys. I know so many of you get like nervous about, you know, finding like words and whatever. This one is not tricky. So each word is however much you nominate, like 5, 10, whatever. Find the word, circle it, cross it off, whatever, and save the amount. There's only 8 words. So if it was 5, you would save 50 for this challenge. Another scratch off. This one is icons underneath the scratch offs, but you nominate the amounts. Here we have another kind of game board. This one's a race. So it says, decide how much each character will save and write it in the circle. So 5, 10, 5, 10, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever you want. Or could be low, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, whatever. You roll 2d6, and the first one decides which character. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I were to roll, I've got 2d6 here. If I rolled 2d6 and I had 3 and 2, then I would move Blossom 2, 1, 2, and I would cross that off. Now you could play this like, if I cross that off, then I would save 2, or maybe add them together, save 3 for, I think I said Blossom, Buttercup. And then like have another go next time I play this binder. Or you could do like rolls till the end and play each character. It's really up to you. I would probably do it like, do a roll, cross that off, and maybe save like $3 or $5 or whatever. And then come back to it and finish it off. But it is totally up to you. All of this is meant to be like, suits your budget, fit your budget, whatever. This is a scratch off, save 60, and the numbers underneath are 1 to 9. So they're allocated, designated numbers. This one is crack the code. And one thing I don't have on here is like, save like each word equals or each letter, but they're essentially, you use this little key down the bottom to figure out what each of the words is. And I would probably, if I was playing it, save per letter. So I might say like each letter is $1, or each letter is $5, or whatever you want to do. This is another little board game. So you start here, roll a die. Okay, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to save 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll a d6 and double it. So I rolled 3. So I'm going to save 6. So 6 and 5 is 11. I could keep going. I can pause, whatever you want. The black spaces are the villains. And your aim is to get back to Professor Utonium. So I know some people don't roll, like they just move. So they'll save 3 and then 1 and then whatever. And so they might go, oh, that was a bad roll. Okay, they might go, I'm going to move 4 spaces. So I'm going to save 3, I'm going to save 1. I'm going to move forward 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to follow this or whatever. Again, make it your own. Another color and save for Buttercup. And then I think this is my favorite like page. It's just so aesthetically pleasing with the blue and the green and whatever, and more bucks. So each bag is however much, cross it off and save. Bubbles is each letter. She says, I'm not going to cry. You could save for the dots if you want to as well. This one is kind of fun. It's like, because they were dressed up as Mario and Luigi and the little minion. I didn't have any minion references, but I have the pipe like Mario, and then the coin. So basically, if you land on this one, you would like follow the pipe. So again, roll your d6. You could save each one. You could just roll your d6 and move that amount. And then on the coins, if you land on a coin, roll a die to see how much to save. If you land on a pipe, move to the other pipe and on the game board and save $5. So if I landed on this coin, I would roll, and I rolled a 1, so I would save 1, or save 1 note or whatever. Another scratch off, save 100. The amounts are 5 to 20. Each heart is, and you nominate the amount. Each droplet, you nominate and you save. Each section, again, a color in for Bubbles. Another scratch off, save 120. The amounts are 2 to 18. This one's the biggest one. And then this is, you just nominate how much each coin stack is, how much each notes is, and how much each bag is. And on the last page is another tracker, just each star, and you nominate how much you want. So I tried to leave it kind of open-ended, but also give you guys value with the scratch offs, with like whether it's an icon or a number or whatever. And then also with the game boards, make it a bit more like fun in that way. But you could, you know, play this whole book. Like I know Amanda from Mum Wife Budget Life, she would likely have like a 20-sided dice or something and roll. And listen, here I am telling you how Amanda would play it, but I have no friggin' idea. But just like you could, you know, play each page in order, or you could nominate which ones you want and like move your bookmarks to, you know, the pages you're playing, or you could just randomly decide whatever you want to start with. So that's the Powerpuff one. And it comes with the 3 prop notes as well. And then the Disney is a similar vibe, but different, obviously, like different situation. So Disney dollars, this is on Ko-fi. They're both on Ko-fi and Etsy. Actually, all of this is on Ko-fi and Etsy. Etsy, as Ko-fi members, if you're a oxytocin or the top 2, I can't even think, the top 2 serotonin and oxy, whatever it is, they are automatically get 30% off my Ko-fi or everything on my Ko-fi. So that's like a pretty good deal. And then on Etsy, my Etsy store is on 20% off for the whole month. So there is that. Anyway, this is the Disney themed one. So again, you're going to get your prop notes, 200, 500, and 1,000. Look at this. This is so friggin' cute. I just love Hercules. It is the best. So this has a little blurb, but you can read that if you buy it. Yzma is the first bookmark. This one is each potion. So you nominate an amount and just cross off however many potions you want. We kick it off with the Dalmatians. This is a save 55 and the numbers are 1 to 9. So just a scratch and save. This is so cute. This reminded me, I also love A Bug's Life, and Heimlich is my fave character. And I was like, oh, what could be his, you know, his kind of vibe? And it kind of made me think of, obviously because he's a caterpillar, it made me think of the Very Hungry Caterpillar, kind of. So these are the foods, these are the foods, and you just cross off what you want to save. Again, I know that a lot of like people who watch my channel, and also I am an Aussie, so I wouldn't save $1 for the pickle. I might change that to, you know, 5 or 10, or I would cross off that one and this one and save 10 kind of thing. They should all match up, like they should almost equal kind of 10 to 5, because the amount is save 65. So like you should be able to match up these two, these ones, you know, and kind of make your whole numbers. Then we have Beast and Belle. This is just each rows and cross them off. Then the scratch off is cars, so Lightning, Mater, and I can't remember this one's name. Anyway, so scratch it off, find the icon and save the amount. Each carriage, the pumpkin carriages, you nominate the amount. Dumbo is a color and save, so you nominate the section, and I had the letters here too, so they can be included. Sorry if you can hear kids in the background, so friggin' annoying. This one's a bingo, Emperor's New Groove, so nominate the amount, roll your 2d6, just like the other one in the Powerpuff Girls. This is super cute. Each coin, cross it off, nominate however much you want. Nemo's bookmark is each bubble, and then just cross them off. How cute are these two? Oh my god. And then Nemo also has a word search. So again, there is the words, and then you nominate however much you want to save. Yeah, for each word. Another scratch off, these ones are also icons. So you've got joy, anger, sadness, and disgust. It saves 60 because they're nominated amounts. These are very like Aussie, you know, 2, 5, 10, 15s. Joy, you could save to change to 5s if you wanted to and have no coins. This is again like the Powerpuff one, but I didn't actually nominate amount, like numbers. Nominate how much you want to save in the circles. And then I had this one just as like, literally just roll. So 6, Scar is going to move 3, 1, 2, 3, and I would put like a little heart or whatever, and then I would roll again, and I would play this one. 6 is going to move 6, that's literally Scar has 1 kind of thing. I play it in one go. You could write amounts and nominate and play it like the other one if you wanted to. It's really up to you. Or each time you play, you might just roll 1 die and go, okay, who is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rafiki's going to move 1. And then Pumbaa. And then Scar, and kind of play it that way. And then Rafiki again. And like, do it that way. Totally up to you. Ariel is a scratch and save, but these are icons and you nominate the amount. So the starfish, the fork, what is this called? Oh my god, I have like doppelganger in my head, but what is this called in the movie? I can't think. Anyway, and a tentacle. Then we have Mike and Sully with the Scream can. So each can is you nominate the amount and just cross them off. The board game is Wreck-It Ralph, which is so cute. So help Vanellope and Ralph escape King Candy and find the wheel for her candy cart to save Sugar Rush. So you're going to start here. So similar to the last one. You just roll and move. You can move each square. You can not, whatever. Obviously, when you land where it has like an instruction, then you follow the instruction. And then if you land on the wheel, then Vanellope and Ralph win. If you land on the crown, you lose. And if you land on the king's space, the crown, then you have to go back to the beginning and play again. So, and it would be cool to add, like I should have, but I didn't think of it. Like save an extra $5 or whatever, and also go back to the beginning. Does anyone remember Oliver and Company? I used to love this movie as a kid, like love it. Anyway, so we've got, is it Dodger? Is the color and save. So each section, and again, you're just going to color him in. It doesn't really matter what colors, like you do you, whatever. Tinkerbell, each star, you nominate the amount and cross it off. This bookmark, I punched it wrong, don't look at that. Each tire is however much, and Mater, you cross off however much, save however much for each tire. The kind of game board for the end here is Zootopia. So you got Judy and Nick, and you're going to roll a dice, move around, save the number that you land on. Be careful, if you land on a night howler flower, then you save 10. So if you land on these ones, you're going to save 10. Otherwise, just save the amount that you land on. Snow and the Seven Dwarfs is a scratch and save 120, and the denominations are between 5 to 20. I think they're all like round 5, 10, 15, 20 from memory. Then we have Orville. I also loved The Rescuers as a kid. It was one of my favorite movies, especially, and Orville's not in it, but The Rescuers Down Under was another fave. Anyway, Orville is the diamonds, so each diamond and cross off. Same with Jane and Tarzan is just the flower bouquet, cross off and save. Doug and Russell from Up. I actually have not seen Up. Crazy. I have not seen this movie. Anyway, Doug and Russell are each balloon, nominate the amount, and then color. I thought this was such a cute like color and save. You could also use the house. So I was like, this one could be Exy, or if you did like $1 a balloon or whatever. But yeah, I thought that was super cute. Toy Story at the end is the scratch. So 2, 5, 10, 15. You cross off, scratch off, and whoever you find, save that amount. This one is exactly the same as the others. It just has the OG, the Mickey characters. So cute. Love, love, love. And then at the end is also pretty much exactly the same, but with all the Disney Pixar characters down the bottom, each star, and tick them off. So these are very similar vibes, these two. And I think they're listed on both Ko-fi and Etsy at $85 each, with the scratch off stickers, and $75 without. Fun fact, there's over 80 scratch off stickers in each of these books. That is a lot of scratch offs. So many scratch offs. These are like, I know $85 might sound like a decent amount of money, but if you have a think about how many challenges are in this, and they're also A5 challenges. So an A5 challenge, usually like an A6 challenge, this style, like with the scratch offs, and even without scratch offs, would be $8 in my shop. A A5 challenge is $10, and all together there's 12 double-sided pages. So this is like $240 if you were to buy, like if you were just going to buy Tinkerbell, or you were just going to buy Zootopia, that's $240. Plus you get your bonus bookmarks and your prop notes. So I know that like $85 can sound like a lot, but this is like massive amounts of challenges and savings. Anyway, I also think if you're not a member, you should be a freaking member. This is last month's member mail, so it's different every time. This was a scratch off, it just doesn't have stickers on it. This was another scratch off with the stickers, so save 70. This one saves 50. And then this was like just a tracker, so each star you can save however much, and then a die cut as well, which also had scratch off stickers on it. So that in and of itself for the highest tier is $15 a month, which I think is an absolute freaking bargain. Obviously, because otherwise I wouldn't have a membership and do something shit. So if you're a member and you're already getting like 15 this in the mail every month or similar, like it's always around the same kind of vibes and amounts, then you'll also automatically get 30% off these books or anything else on my Ko-fi and whatever. Anyway, that's just a little plug for the membership and actually the group play for this month. This is the group play. So you get a roll and save, you get a like game board, you get a this and that, and also a scratch off in the same kind of like vibe. So this, you nominate how much to save if this wins or that wins. Obviously your game board you play just as it is. And then the roll and die the roll and save I usually use as a kind of catch-all. And then there is a dashboard for an A6 envelope, which is where I've put it somewhere. Scratch off challenge, which is like A6 size like this, but in this theme, obviously. So there's that as well, which is just, yeah. So if you're a member, you get this for free from the lowest tier. If you're a member, you get the member mail, which I think is always worth it, 15 bucks. And then you also get 30% off automatically. We also just invested in a brand new 3D printer. So these are the latest. I just love these so much. I gifted my girlfriend who lives in Christchurch, I gifted her kids a couple of clickers at the end of last year. And she's like, sometimes I find them around the house and I just like will sit there clicking them. I'm like, I know, tell me about it. So this is like a bookish range. There is a six clicker bookshelf, the 4 clicker, and then the individual ones. I'm just finishing off printing some books for the bigger clicker, and then they will be, yeah, available. Anyway, these are super cute if you're a bookish girly. This one has sat on my desk for like, I don't know, a year, and I just love the little Monstera plant. I think it's so cute. So that's the bookish kind of range. Then we have these little Tamagotchi ones. Like, how cute, which are keychains, so you can put them on your bag, whatever, give them to someone you know. A new kind of vibe that I'm printing at the moment are these little bears. They're like little Care Bears, and their tummies click. So there's strawberry, there's blueberry. These are on Etsy at the moment. There is melon, lemon, grape, and peach. They're so stinking cute. Very like Care Bears. And they also, on their keychain, I don't have on their keychain, if you get the keychain version, they also come with like a little fruit add-on. So cute. How cute. And then we also have just like keyboard clickers, kind of like this. So this one is just 2. There is 2, 4, 6, and then this one is rainbow, so 7. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, sort of. But they're just, I can't even tell you how addictive these are. Price-wise, I can't remember. These ones, I know for sure I've got them up at $12 for the keychain. And then I put on my Instagram, actually, this one printed, see the toes are not quite right. I don't know if you can see that. The toes on this foot only are not quite right. So I'm going to put them up, I think as seconds for like $6 maybe. This is up at the moment for $20, but I think it's going to come down. And then, yeah, all of these ones. I haven't quite figured them out yet, I don't think. But they are the newest additions to the shop. So I'm so excited for all of these. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite, what you like, what you don't like. Also let me know in the comments what book, what binder you think I should do next. I'm really loving these like 24 challenge kind of binder that's like A5 size. That's a very like standalone. If you wanted to, you could add a A5 envelope like to the back quite easily and have all of your money just like all together. I have a few of these I might add as like an add-on cost, and you could just get like both together. I was thinking of doing some envelopes that have like, you know, the Powerpuff logo or something on it, but CBF right now. But yeah, I really like these, that they're just like, they're super sturdy. Anyone who's got my stuff, you know, they're like super thick. super durable. Yeah, very, very cool. I love these. Let me know in the comments what I should do next. Powerpuff, Disney. I think I was thinking of like Scooby, or I don't know, haven't quite figured it out. So yeah, and they will be similar. Like you'll notice that between the two of them, obviously it takes a lot. Like this one was my first one. This took 3 days to put together. This one took 1 because I kind of already had the template set up for this one. So they will be quite similar. I will just change up some of the games and that sort of thing to suit the theme. So yeah, I don't know. I think they're really cute. Let me know what you think. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Honestly, I'm sorry it's been so long. And also that like my first kind of post like this back is a bit of a what's happening in my Etsy, but I've been a busy little bee getting all of this stuff kind of ready. And I did say there was going to be a launch and whatever. I mean, listen, we're just making do with what we can at the moment. So anyway, love and appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for listening and being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.